Imagine a team that looked absolutely 100% certain to be eliminated from the biggest stage in their sport. A team led by a captain battling a severe shoulder injury, and a squad facing just relentless criticism from fans and experts alike. Today, we're unpacking one of the greatest sporting fairy tales ever written. I'm talking about Pakistan's miraculous journey in the 1992 Cricket World Cup. It's a story of a team achieving the impossible when the odds were entirely stacked against them. So what actually happens when the world counts you out completely? Because for anyone who follows cricket, you know this explainer goes way beyond just a simple tournament recap. We're looking at a literal masterclass in resilience and the sheer, raw power of group psychology when people are pushed to the absolute brink. Okay, let's dive into this. To really understand the magnitude of this comeback, we have to look at the landscape of cricket back in 1992. Hosted across Australia and New Zealand, this tournament was a massive turning point. It really modernized the sport on a global scale. For the very first time in World Cup history, fans were seeing colored jerseys, white cricket balls, and the incredible spectacle of day-night matches under the lights. 9 teams participated in this massive, modernized showcase. And Pakistan? Well, they entered with immense expectations resting right on their shoulders. But, sports rarely care about expectations. Pakistan's campaign opened with a really harsh reality check against the West Indies. Their fearsome fast bowlers just completely dismantled Pakistan's batting lineup, restricting them to a meager 220 runs. And then, the nightmare deepened. Against England, Pakistan was bowled out for just 74 runs. 74! It wasn't just a loss, it was an abysmal collapse, literally marking one of the lowest totals in World Cup history. This was the absolute abyss of their campaign. Morale was completely shattered. Tracking their opening sequence really paints a bleak picture. After that initial loss, they managed to scrape together a win against Zimbabwe. But then came that 74-run collapse against England. However, in a crazy twist of fate, rain miraculously intervened. It washed out the match, which meant both teams were granted a single point. Now, at the time, it just felt like a lucky escape. But let me tell you that one single point would later become absolutely crucial. Following that was a devastating loss to their fierce rivals, India, and Pakistan's campaign looked totally dead in the water. The critics were deafening. A semifinal spot seemed basically impossible. But right here, this exact moment of despair is where the entire narrative pivots. Standing before his deeply demoralized squad, Captain Imran Khan didn't yell about tactics or technique. He spoke about mindset. He told them to go out there and fight like cornered tigers. Think about it. A tiger is dangerous, sure, but a tiger backed into a corner with absolutely nothing to lose, that's lethal. Those 2 words completely shifted the team's psychology overnight. With that cornered tiger mentality fully activated, the math was simple but totally grueling. Win almost every single remaining match. And incredibly, that is exactly what they did. They went on an absolute tear. They took down South Africa, they stunned the host nation Australia, they dismantled Sri Lanka, and they even conquered the other hosts, New Zealand, in rapid succession. It was a winning streak that defied all logic, completely silenced the critics, and secured the impossible, a spot in the semifinals. And this brilliantly illustrates how the miraculous turnaround wasn't just a one-man show. It was this perfect generational synergy. You had explosive young stars, guys like Inzamam-ul-Haq and Wasim Akram, delivering these fiery, dynamic performances. And they were anchored perfectly by seasoned veterans like Javed Miandad and Imran Khan, who provided the vital experience, the calm, and the essential leadership to channel all that youthful energy. This incredible synergy was on full display during the semifinal against New Zealand. New Zealand had posted a massive 262 runs. As the tournament favorites, playing on home soil, they honestly looked completely unstoppable. But then, a young Inzamam-ul-Haq stepped up to the crease. He absolutely smashed 60 runs from just 37 balls. This explosive innings completely derailed the favorites and propelled Pakistan into their very first World Cup final. So, the stage was set for the ultimate showdown. March 25th, 1992, the iconic Melbourne Cricket Ground. Over 87,000 roaring spectators packed the stands to witness the biggest match in Pakistan's cricket history. The heavily criticized, injury-plagued, nearly eliminated team had actually made it to the final. And the final itself was a masterclass in tension. Pakistan batted first, with Imran Khan promoting himself up the order to score a brilliant 72, while Javed Miandad added a crucial 58. Together, they set a target of 250. In the chase, the match was agonizingly tight. That is, until one absolutely unforgettable over by Wasim Akram. He unleashed back-to-back magical deliveries. Alan Lamb, bowled. Chris Lewis, clean bowled. Just like that, bang, bang. England's momentum was entirely shattered. When the dust finally settled, the margin of victory was a mere 22 runs. Imran Khan lifted that iconic crystal trophy, officially securing Pakistan's first ever Cricket World Cup. It was a victory that completely transcended the sport itself, turning a heavily criticized squad into absolute, undeniable legends. So, what does this all mean for us today? Well, the cornered tiger became a lasting mindset. It's a symbol of determination, courage, and just never giving up when faced with impossible odds. It serves as this living blueprint for all of us, proving that when things look their absolute bleakest, a simple shift in mentality can change the entire outcome. The 1992 Pakistan team proved that the darkest hour really can come right before the dawn, provided you're willing to fight your way out. So I'll leave you with this. The next time you're backed into a corner, completely counted out by everyone around you, how will your inner tiger respond?